Hello gang, and welcome to the Earth's mightiest video podcast. Gonna do a quick episode of good news today because there's a couple of little good news bits that I want to talk about. So let's not stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne. Let's talk about him. Maximum Spider-Man is dropping all over the world right now, and I've had a lot of people sending me some pictures, thoughts, and opinions on him. And I can say, after getting the general temperature of the room, that Maximum Spider-Man is absolutely another Marvel Legends Spider-Man. That's it. It's $50 with a pretty nice Spider-Man and a bunch of accessories that you're probably going to throw in the fodder box. So actually, just what we were expecting. It ain't gonna change the world, but it might change pricing structures if this deems to be a big success, and Hasbro might think so. But honestly, I think this might be kind of a trial for what people expect of $50, and I think after getting this Spider-Man, people might be thinking, you know what, I don't need a $50 Wolverine or a $50 Captain America, because there's just not that big of a difference between whatever the last one was that you paid $25 for. I don't know, but I'm hoping that actually this Maximum experiment might not be one that goes on too long. Hey, at least, look, you can choose to buy them or not, so there's nothing wrong with that. As one of the people who chose to buy it, I'm intrigued to see how it feels in hand. But again, I'm not expecting a back rub and a shiatsu from it. I just think it's going to be a nice looking Spider-Man. But looking at the different pictures and people's opinions, I'm glancing over at my Mayfex Spider-Man and I'm thinking, yeah, I think this guy's probably going to still be top dog even after Maximum comes out. But still, I'm interested to hear your opinions. Let me know what you think of him. Oof, now MDLX, man, this was the figure that made me say, you know what, we gotta record a good news episode today, because they're doing the Conehead Decepticon jets. Man, I had to draw a line under my MDLX collecting. I was like, nope, I can't keep doing this, can't keep up at this pace. When they started doing all the Decepticon jet repaints, including Sunstorm and Acid Storm, I was like, I love these, they're beautiful, but I'm out. I got to get out. But man, these Coneheads, we've just got the first one shown now, $129.99. That is the basic price for Starscream and the other jets as well. You can see from the preview picture, they're gonna do the other three. Of course they are. And that means 5 Starscream repaints and 3 of these, like, that's a whole bunch of cheddar right there. That's a mythic-legions dragon right there. More on him coming next. But man, this... Dirge, yeah, he does it beautiful. I'd be gutted if I was one of the Decepticon jets and, you know, I'm surrounded by Skywarp, Thundercracker. What's your name? Dirge. Oh, okay. Cover your receptors, Perceptor. Anything from Transformers the movie, I'm going to fall in love with. Run, Blaster! Save yourself! No way! 2 can play! Oh, I had to stop myself there. I was literally going to spend the next hour and a half quoting the Transformers movie. Maybe another time. In the meantime, though, we're getting this Transformers Perceptor figure straight from the movie with the 2 cassettes whose names I don't remember, but we're getting the Bat and the Rhino. At first, I was a little confused. I was like, wait a minute, why is Perceptor coming with the cassettes? But I mean, hey, it's all the same scene right there. First we crack the shells, then we crack the nuts inside. Oh god, I love that movie so much. So this is going to be a Target exclusive, and actually, I gotta say, I'm always a little bit dubious with some Transformers sometimes, but this guy, he looks great. Both modes. There's no, is it kibble? It's kibble, isn't it? There's no kibble hanging off of him. He's just kind of perfect. This is a great looking Perceptor. Well done, Hasbro. I really love this. So speaking of that mythic-legions dragon, he's funded. They did it. It wasn't really in doubt, but still, we were watching the numbers climb up. Now, boom, they're over 2,000. It's a happening. I think everyone's wallets just went squeak. Oh no, it actually is happening. So not only is the dragon funded, but of course the Dragon Knight is included with him. The Flame Breath is funded too, and it's hit the target for the Flame Knight as well. Don't know about the wings, but hey, by the time this video comes out, they might all be set and sorted too. The next tier is going to be the soft goods for the Dragon Knight that will really tip that over the end and adds a lot of value to the cost of that dragon. Am I still doing mental gymnastics to tell myself that I could or should maybe get it? I mean, I'm a YouTuber. Like, that's my responsibility. People need to know what my opinion is. It matters Please tell me it matters. So gang, if you're going for the dragon, God bless you. Let me know what you think of this, because I'm still excited and very, very torn. And now for something completely different. Mondo are showing off their Super Shredder from TMNT 2, The Secret of the Ooze. And I will always have a huge nostalgic soft spot in my heart for Super Shredder. I remember watching this in the cinema at the time in 1992, I think it was. Didn't even know that was Kevin Nash, the future Diesel, under all of that armor. But I remember just thinking, oh my goodness, I love this design. And also thinking, why did the metal mutate? Like, surely it mutates organic stuff. Even as an 11-year-old kid, I was like, that doesn't make sense. I couldn't ponder it for too long, though, because he had about 30 seconds of screen time and then got crushed by some docs. Bit underwhelming, but this isn't underwhelming. Of course, I know that there's not much articulation. It's crazy over supersized. It's a statement piece. And the statement you're saying is, boy, do I love Secret of the Ooze and have too much money on my hands. I can say half that statement. Nonetheless, though, I love the look of this. I've got the NECA Super Shredder, and he's awesome. And this, that'll be a heck of a companion to go with him. Also from Mondo, back to save the world, Egon Spengler from the real Ghostbusters. Had a whole bunch of preview pictures a while ago. Now we got the guy himself. $101. Interestingly. I know they had the 2-pack that was double the price. This is just the standalone Egon. And hey, look, I really love the animated recreations that they've done with these, because they're just so beautifully faithful. And real Ghostbusters was a big staple of my childhood. That's something that's always going to resonate with me, especially because it was quite scary for a kids' TV show, a kids' cartoon TV show. They went pretty hard, and it shows. Of course, this is a lot of money for a 1/12 scale figure. He's only 6.5 inches, so you are paying out the wazoo for this. So don't get me wrong, I'm not just brushing over the fact that for a 6-inch action figure, how big is 6 inches, ladies? It's a huge amount of money for what it is. But hey, look, if you've got the Ghostbusters love, especially the real Ghostbusters love, I can see how this would be appealing. For all you hardcore Motu fans who are part of the Club Grayskull Club, you can get your hands on the pre-order for the Voltac action figure. Again, this is a little bit outside the remits of my Motu knowledge, but he looks fun. So for Club Grayskull, from what I understand, it's kind of like Hasbro Pulse. You pay $10 a year, I think it is, for this, and then you can get the early pre-orders and all that kind of jazz. So you can lock him down and make sure you get your hands on him. So yeah, he's outside my knowledge as to who, what, or where he comes from, but I like him. And for you Motu fans, let me know, is this a much sought after one? Is this one that you're really after? I like his little octopus tin can sidekick. He looks suitably evil, and that goes a long way. And also the wings, they do look kind of pretty as well. Not as articulated as your Marvel Legends Angel, but still, they look all right. Oh, Hot Toys, I see what you're doing. I see you trying to get that Ben Reilly dollar, aren't you? Who can blame you? You got to give the people what they want. Hot Toys are doing a Miles Morales Sony PlayStation Spider-Man repaint, recolor. Call it what you will, but call it pretty much a Hot Toys Chasm figure, but not accurate enough to actually make me really want to go for it. Of course, this is actually based arguably more on the Prowler, the Aaron Davis Prowler, but I mean, it looks a heck of a lot like Chasm, especially with the glowing green, goopy type swinging power effects as well. So this is actually listed as Marvel's Spider-Man 2 Purple Rain suit. Bit of a Prince reference there too. Coming out from Hot Toys. It's funny, Hot Toys are kind of going the same route as Marvel Legends, just doing a whole bunch of Spider-Man repaints for their Spider-Verse Sony display. You know what I'm trying to say. PlayStation. Whenever I'm trying to describe these, the one word that escapes me is PlayStation. Although I'll give Hasbro credit, at least they've done Kingpin and Black Cat as well. Hot Toys are like, nah mate, that's alright, we're just going to do a whole bunch of color variants. Looks super cool though, but hey, if they ever did a 616 Chasm, that'd be a different story altogether. Also from Hot Toys, we're getting the Iron Man 4 Fractal Armor, which is one of those just weird, bizarre, unusual. What the heck? We've made everything else. Let's do this. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it certainly is pretty. I ain't knocking it. It's one of those ones where, do you need it in your collection? Well, absolutely not. But do you want just a beautiful, gorgeous, crazy, fractalized looking Iron Man? I mean, I wouldn't kick it out of bed, you know? So also, we're getting, for the third piece, we're going to be getting the Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine hot toy as well. And this, of course, is the opening credits. Bye, 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 bye. And he's kind of fun too. Again, these aren't the sort of, well, none of these are the quintessential Hot Toys versions. These are all the extra versions. These are the ones where you're like, I've got the standalone one, but what the heck? I've got a whole bunch more money just burning a hole in my pocket and weighing me down. Hey, more money, more problems. Am I right? I wouldn't know, but I assume that's the case. So you can get this unmasked Wolverine makeshift claw Deadpool, and yeah, he looks like a lot of fun. Put Backstreet Boys on in the background. It's going to be a good time. Abracadabra, abracadabra, blah 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 blah, abracadabra. I love maybe a little bit of Lady Gaga. I think she's fantastic. And this figure is pretty fantastic looking from a movie that was apparently not fantastic. I don't know. I didn't see it. Sometimes if the scuttlebutt is negative enough, you can't help but think, I don't need to waste my time with this. However, Toys Beat have not wasted their time showing off these gorgeous looking pictures of this 1/6 scale Harley Quinn. It says Starting Point Studio, Silk Art Studio. Got to get them all right here. And she's just listed as crazy follower. So I guess, you know, don't call her Harley Quinn. So this is going to be released around about the second quarter of this year, which is now approaching, really. So yeah, if you want a 1/6 scale Harley Quinn from one of the most maligned movies, I think, of the last few years, well, this is a pretty darn good looking one. This I got no idea about, but I wanted to show you because it's a fun-looking video, and it's kind of like a little mini mech Gamera, kind of. I just kind of love it. It's cute and quirky. And speaking of turtles, or terrapins, or whatever this is based off of, this is called Number 57 Manhunter Ground Armor. Oh, it looks kind of Zoids, doesn't it? With the Zoids-type cockpit at the front. Should be arriving around about May of this year. And I'm going to try and find some more information. Side 7 Hobby Store. Okay, I've got a thread. I'm going to start pulling at it because I want to find out what this thing is, because I just love a cute little turtle mech. Do I need him? No. Am I kind of imprinting on him as we speak? Yeah, I really am. I like the look of this. Oh, he looks so angry with his mouth open. He's got a little laser beam inside as well. And this dude's selling himself on me. Probably won't be able to find him very easily, but man, I like the look of this. McFarlane are not done with the DC license yet, and they might not be done with these statues either, because from what I understand from the rumor and scuttlebutt, it's only the not 1/12, 1/10 scale articulated figures that they're not doing anymore. So I think there's every chance we might see more of these statues. I don't know. Time will tell. But in the meantime, we're getting this admittedly lovely looking Harley Quinn statue. I actually really love this. Is this based off of a comic book cover? I think it is. I feel like I've seen this before. And you know what? I dig it. The grayscale with the black and red, it's real nice. The hyena, are they hyenas or jackals? Jackals are known for laughing, aren't they? That's probably it, isn't it? Regardless, this is going to be a limited time exclusive at selected retailers. I'm going to see if I can find out some more information as to where to go to get your grubby little hands on her. But I actually got to say, I'm digging the McFarlane statues. They're not all winners, but this one is a winner. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. I never watched Digimon, but somehow I know that theme tune. It was probably playing in Blockbuster when I was working there or something. So we're getting this crazy looking Godzilla mashup statue. They've done Godzilla mashed up with Evangelion. Now we're getting the Deforial Godzilla x Digimon Metal Greymon G. Well, that's a mouthful. But hey, I just wanted to show off the pretty pictures because look at this thing. I think he looks great. I love these mashups. I'm about to say not as cool as the Evangelion one, but actually, maybe it's even better. I love the bright pink dorsal scales and all that kind of thing. Yeah, this looks awesome. And speaking of statues, a couple more statues, because I just love showing off pretty things. This is the Titanus. It's just called Titanus from Spiral Studios, and then a whole bunch of like codes and whatnot. You don't care about that. But just look at this thing. Unleash the allure of the extraordinary Titanus Amhuluk statue, a stunning addition to Spiral Studios' prestigious Hall of Fame series. So what is this from? I'm trying to see, is this from a video game? It looks video gamey. I'm going to see if I can find out where it's from. But the price is, by the looks of things, only $230. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money, but for a statue like this, it's not crazy. It says legendary, all rights reserved Monsterverse. Okay, so is this someone who pops up in the Godzilla franchise somewhere? I would imagine so, but I certainly haven't seen him. But it must be, because he's got a friend as well. We got Motu Prime, and at least I know him from the first Godzilla movie. And this thing looks crazy stunning as well. I'm digging this. Again, $230. Yeah, there you go. I was thinking Monster Hunter, but it's not. It's Monsterverse, which of course is the legendary Godzilla universe. And these bad boys, yeah, these look like some big time coffee table display pieces. But you don't want to put it on a glass coffee table. Probably not a good idea. You want a sturdy shelf for these guys. And when they're on there, they look pretty amazing. And for the collector who has everything, how about, again, from Sideshow Collectibles, this time we've got a half-scale Terminator statue. Prime One Studio, of course, Sideshow is the distributor, but Prime One Studio are the ones who put this together. And I mean, yes, but also no. It's funny, when you've got something that's half-scale, it almost just looks like a very small person. So he almost looks less threatening because it's like it's so big that it's almost lifelike. But then because it's lifelike, it looks like a little tiny Terminator. You're like, oh, you're adorable. Like if he came up to try and terminate you, you'd just put your hand on his forehead and be like, keep away. That being said, though, it is stunning. I mean, the actual work involved looks incredible. But yeah, maybe one half is a little bit too big. But it's cool to watch the video and see how he's put together. Like the leather jacket, the soft goods, all that stuff. It looks incredible. So, I mean, yeah, you know what? If you've just got money to burn, then what the heck? You might as well burn it with this. Oh boy, this is awesome. I love this. Bethesda Doom full scale, 1-to-1 scale, wearable Doom helmet. Oh my giddy lord. You know me, I'm not a props and cosplay guy, but I could be swayed by this from Doom the Dark Ages. So it's like a little bit tweaked, but it's still just, it's the Doom guy helmet. I love this. It's $174.99, so it's got an expensive price tag, but also for a 1 scale helmet, it's not to be unexpected. It's got LED lights as well to light up. It's got a key, the blue key as well. Looks like some patches as well. We don't need no stinking patches. I think this looks gorgeous. Only one picture, but that's enough to get started. Actually, I'm going to check the Big Bad Toy Store link right here, see if we've got some more images. Not yet. So it's not up for pre-order yet, I don't think, but it should be going live very, very soon. And when it does, I think there's going to be some badass cosplay happening. Quick shout out to friend of the show, Gifted Mutants over at Instagram, who did a new gorgeous looking and a whole bunch of variants looking pictures of Misbehavior, the little channel mascot that I'm kind of starting to integrate as much as I can do. This is one that I asked for. Could you do her like with holding hands so that she can be holding whatever it is that I'm talking about? I love this. And you threw in Piglet as well. You've done a couple of different hairstyles too. Dude, thank you so much, man. I'm so, so grateful. Absolutely love this. And you're going to be seeing a lot of this artwork soon, because I really dig it. Thank you so much. The Doug Mankey. I probably haven't pronounced that surname properly, but maybe I have. I hope so. He certainly deserves his name spoken in high regards, because this is an animator who has done some stunning looking animation. So I wanted to just shout it out, show it off, and encourage you guys to go and give him a follow on Instagram, because you'll be glad you did. When you see what this guy is putting together, oh my goodness. The idea now of having a psychedelic animated Silver Surfer movie, oh yes please. Yes, Disney, have us living in that timeline, because this as a little sizzle reel, sets the cosmic hearts aflutter. An interesting little artist alley this time. I'm going to shout out a maybe lesser known artist, a young lad by the name of Jim Lee. Ever heard of him? Yeah, of course. Yeah, Jim Lee. But he's done this awesome McFarlane Spider-Man reinterpretation comic cover in his own style. He's done this, I think, specifically to promote a Comic-Con that he's attending. And now, speaking of timelines, why are we not living in the timeline where Jim Lee at least had one iconic run on Spider-Man? Because look, I think this might be the first Jim Lee Spider-Man I've ever seen. And he looks so pretty. I always wondered what a Jim Lee Spider-Man head mask shape would look like, and it looks like this, and it might be the best looking Spider-Man I've ever seen. Is there recency bias? Of course there is, but dang, I kind of want to have a print of this framed in my office. If I ever had an office, I'd have this framed in it. I think it looks gorgeous. And now, come on, universe, give me a Jim Lee run. You know, look, you're going to wrap up Hush 2 pretty soon. Spider-Man's got to be your next project. Somehow, someone, somewhere. Make this happen. And in other artist alley, Dandon Fuga, go check him out on Instagram. Amazing digital colorist with regular human pencils as well. Mash them all together and you have some of the best looking comic book style artwork out there. Go check him out on Instagram. And today's cosplay cover artist is Della Spiegel. Absolutely stunning photography. Go give her a follow. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. By doing that, well, you like, share, and subscribe. That's, you know how that works. But also, if you want to get a channel membership, then you can take part in all of the daily, almost live streams that I do, in which we talk about everything from pro wrestling, comic books, movies, action figures, all points in between. In fact, going forward, I'm going to start to theme the days. I think that's the best way of doing it. So we're going to have things like Comic Book Wednesday, Pro Wrestling Thursday, all these kinds of things to give a little bit of extra structure. And then you can kind of decide what it is that you want to discuss on that topic going into the live stream. I know, I'm actually planning things. I'm growing up and becoming a real boy, and it's beautiful to watch in real time. So gang, thank you so much everyone who does support the show through the members section. There's a Patreon as well that I put up the comic book read-throughs as well. So gang, thank you for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.